Hey there guys, it is Wednesday, November 27th, Thanksgiving Eve, and I am still in the Shenandoah. Since I last updated, the weather has just sort of deteriorated, gotten worse, colder. Well, actually no, it hasn't gotten colder. The last time I updated, that was the day when there was like, the night before was like a hard freeze. Yeah, it was cold that day. I think it was in the teens all morning, and then I don't think it ever got up out of the 20s as far as the temperature goes and the high. But yeah, it was clear that day. It was nice. I was able to go to Skyland and get that burger, which was not the greatest burger. I can't believe I'm saying that because I'm a thru hiker and I'll eat anything, but it just looked like it just was not a good burger. It was, put it this way, it was no mountain laurel or no big laurel from Hot Springs. Yeah, anybody who's planning a thru hiker around the Hot Springs area, go to the cafe there by the campground and get the big laurel, man. That is a burger. I may have talked about it earlier this year, can't remember. But yeah, the one at Skyland just looked like the burger itself looked like McDonald's meat or something. I don't know. It just was not that great. But yeah, then I pushed on that day. Went to Rock Spring Hut, I think it was called. Camped by myself there. Slept in the cold again. So that the day that I last updated, I think I only did 15 that day. Next day, I woke up motivated, and I was either going to do 23 or 23 or 32. So I just kind of booked it all day, and by the time I was going over High Top Mountain, where High Top Hut was, the 23-mile hut, I had service up on High Top, and I checked the weather, and it called for the following day. There's actually like a severe weather alert for winter weather for the following day, which was yesterday, from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. High winds, heavy rain, freezing rain. And I learned my lesson messing with that stuff down south, so I knew I didn't want to deal with it. So I went ahead and hiked another 8 that day, did the 32 to Pinefield Hut, which actually I'm glad that I did that as well, because High Top obviously is up high on a mountain, on the top of a mountain, or near the top of a mountain. Pinefield was down in a gap. It was like 700 feet less of elevation and down in a gap, which means the winds will be less and should be a little bit warmer, less cold than High Top. So yeah, it was still cold down there. But anyway, I decided for yesterday that I was going to sort of do what I did with the rain at Allentown Hiking Club shelter, and sort of wait it out. And I was willing to night hike if it let up relatively early. And 4 o'clock came around, so it came in the morning as expected. And as 4 o'clock rolled around, it actually picked up. The precipitation picked up. And it started raining heavier, and I mean, it rained heavy all the way through the night. Then this morning woke up and it wasn't raining anymore, which was good. So yeah, I zeroed at Pinefield yesterday. Woke up this morning, it was not raining, it was cold again and overcast. So as I'm packing up this morning, it actually did start to rain a little bit, and it was more like a wintry mix, little rain, little snow. You know, that's not too bad because it's not an overabundance of either. You can deal with a little of both. I headed out, and that snowy or wintry mix has turned into the snowy conditions that you see now. It's coming down pretty good, and all this has come down since this morning. It's just after noon right now. Yeah, I'm just leaving Black Rock Hut. That's not even halfway for my day. So yeah, a part of my decision to zero at Pinefield was that I wanted to be to town today. My goal was to be there this morning, but I didn't end up hiking yesterday, which I completely stand behind that decision because I'm not wet right now. Yeah, I wanted to get to town today, so when I said I'm gonna zero, it meant that I was doing 32 days ago, 0 yesterday, and a 30 today, which I'm cool with. I rested my feet yesterday. I didn't do much but lay around, which completely fine with that because that's all I wanted to do anyway, is not walk. So yeah, I busted out today, and I'm just kind of walking along. It's actually really, really nice. I haven't had snow like this yet since I've been headed south. And it's actually a really beautiful, beautiful day. It was windy earlier, but it's not really that windy where I'm at right now. It's sort of just, the snow's sort of just coming straight down, so that is good. Yeah, sort of knew this all was coming. It's funny, I sort of have subconsciously over the past few weeks been acquiring more and more cold weather gear sort of in preparation for this. So I got the extra beanie, which works out really well on top of the balaclava, and I wrap it under my chin. Sort of keeps my face and ears and head warm. I found another pair of gloves